Hello everyone, we have our news for the week, so let's take a look. Maintenance is normal time as usual. Ending with maintenance this week is the Final Fantasy VII events Fight for Survival and Haunted. If you haven't finished farming those, you get till maintenance to get that done. New this week, more Final Fantasy VII. We are getting a new unit, a free unit, and then some unit upgrades. So first of all, login bonus, the one banner unit, just 30 shards there, and our banner unit is Yuffie. And she is premium, so in the shop, she does not have a shards. So keep that in mind. And we have our next live stream coming up for Sunday, their usual time. Hiroki is listed as going to show up. Now, he normally shows up for like actual announcements of some sort. So wondering what they're going to announce with him showing up for the live stream. We'll have to wait and see Sunday for that. And only one new vision card this week, just the one that we get from Yuffie. So obviously, premium unit means EX3 to get the first one. 150 attack on it, 100% limit damage, and 100% machine killer for anybody. 500 flat attack for Final Fantasy VII only units. So for Final Fantasy VII units, awesome card. Not Final Fantasy VII units, decent card with the killer, limit damage, and attack still, if that's what you need. Next 12 types takedown challenge. So this time is the dragon type. So I think the weakness is light, possibly secondary is earth. I can't remember exactly, but it should be like the same stuff here. First few things, we get all the dragon killer stuff and then man-eater sense. So man-eater is going to be the next trial that we get after this one. And usual stuff, party of 5 or less, 15 turn kills. So we'll run through this, we'll see how hard it is, maybe do a couple of teams, depending. And we get a raid event for this week. And they do list here, they kind of hide it in the news. Reno and Sephiroth are getting their unit Master Crowns, so they're going to get some nice upgrades, especially Sephiroth. And then as far as raid stuff goes, we get 2 items. An accessory, 60 attack, 30%, 60 magic, 30% magic. Not a bad accessory if you need the percentage magic. Clothing, 60 attack, 30 defense spirit, and 15% evasion. This one's not quite as good as the accessory. I'd say we'd be using it more if you need evade with the high attack on it. And that looks like it. Usual bonuses there. Looks like they're letting all the Final Fantasy VII Neo Visions get the 60% bonus. And then we have one other event, Covert ARPS. So this is where we're getting Sonnen. And he is our free unit. So you do the quest is, I think they say 8 of them. And each one will drop different materials. So we'll get him, we'll get his fragments, we'll get everything to fully max him from farming. And he is a super limit burst unit. Super is a 2-handed fist, and he will get 500 flat attack from it, so really great for him. 190 attack is just okay overall. We got higher 2-handed fists. His regular trust is clothing, 55 attack, 30 defense, 40 spirit, 20% to elemental resist. And then just him gets the 100% double hand from it. And honestly, I don't know why they locked the double hand to just him. It would have been more usable without that. But, I mean, 55 attack and 20% to all resist if you need resist is nice. And then there are bonuses for farming the events. You get more of the pots and everything if you take Final Fantasy VII units. And we are going to... He's a free unit. He doesn't have his own card, so they're giving us a card for free for logging in. And 100 attack on it, 50% attack, 50% double hand and dual wield attack. And then Final Fantasy VII units get 300 flat attack from it. So for a free card, not bad. And then we can take a look at the banner. So obviously Yuffie's the only raid up. They do have a special 25k step up for her. There are no guarantees and there's no tickets on it. You do get some fragments, and the last step is premium only guaranteed Neovision with like a 10% rate on Yuffie, but again, there's no guarantees. And then normal step up that you can run through with the tickets. Premium unit means you need 20 tickets to pity her. So she is a Brave Shift unit, but she's not true Brave Shift. You shift her, you're stuck for 3 turns, then you have to wait 3 turns to go back. Her super, two-handed throwing weapon, 220 attack. Yuffie gets 500 flat attack from it. Everybody else can get 100% Reaper Killer. Regular Trust Materia, 75% machine and human killer when using a throwing weapon or a fist, which is okay. And I don't see anything about global upgrades, so we're probably getting her exactly as she is on the JP side. And we can take a look at the JP data for the new units. So free unit first, Sonnet. Super limit burst unit. As far as the kit goes, a couple of useful things. He's got Earth Imbue for the party, which could be useful. 25% boost there. He does have the general provoke that everybody gets. Well, all provokers get with the mitigation. Magnus to fill his limit. Does get a cooldown. 130 wind down, wind physical 1000 modifier. And it looks like it should be lined up to chain with triple Mira. Another cooldown, 130 Reaper Killer, and 50x modifier to his limit. 150 bolting modifier is kind of low. And the other one is 200x and only a 75% defense break on the Stardust Ray. So you're really not going to use those for actual burst damage. Decent amount of killers in this kit at least. And for his limit burst, so base limit burst lines up with triple bolting. 120 earth down, 80 defense break, and then a 200x modifier. And he can add 50 from his cooldown there. And then the super version is actually a tag move, which is nice. 16 hits, still a 120 earth in peril though, and 80 defense break. Would have been nice to see those go up even 5%. And modifier goes up to 270. Again, he can add 50 to that. So okay overall. Usable for most things. Obviously free units and not super powered or anything like that. Next up, we have Yuffie. So base, she does get 2 Mirage stacks for the party, which is kind of nice. She gets a Magnus for 150 Earth boost. Fill limit. She gets the same cooldown that's triple Mira when locked. She gets a cooldown to boost, 130 modifier to her limit, which is really nice. Only for 2 turns, so she doesn't use Tyvus' Spirit or anything like that. 200x Stardust Ray with 135 Earth Imperil. The Earth Imperil right there is really nice. And 150 bolting, AE, I mean, clearing trash. Premium unit, so EX2, she gets 100 to all killers, and her trust gives her 100 to all killers. Some static attack up. So not bad there. And she does get built in the 100 modifier to her limits for 5 turns, so she doesn't need Tidus's Garb or anything like that, just like Cloud, it's just built in. Base limit, 45% throwing weapon imperil, 80% defense spirit break, 130 earth resist down, and it's a 270x modifier with 2 hits. So we're using this mainly for the weapon imperil. 45% is quite nice. And then her shift, still have the Magnus for setup and everything. She's got some chain moves that are all AE, it looks like. Different elements, but 350 modifier. And then she does have the cooldown for Mira, so it does look like triple casting the bolting moves is a slightly higher modifier than 1000. But I would come down to if you need to chain Mira or bolting if you're using that. Still has her LB boost and the imperil and everything. She gets some more flat attack in the shift, which is very nice. Still has the LB boost if you start her in shift. And then her shifted limit is a tag move, which is nice. 16 hits, 130 Earth in peril, but we'll probably be using her move to get the 135 beforehand. And it is Earth Lock, but 300 base. But if we do it in the first 5 turns using all her boosts, that's a 230 modifier because we get 130 from the cooldown and 100 for the passive there. So that would be a 530 modifier in the first 5 turns. So pretty strong limit on her. So quite nice overall. And we can take a peek at the boost that Sephiroth are getting. So he's going to get his crown boosts, which mainly, yeah, he can imbue dark or whatever there. Gets his little boost. But the main thing is his passive, which is going to add static attack and upgrade his limit. So his upgraded limit burst in the base, 30 katana in peril, 80 defense break is nothing, 130 dark is decent, and 300x modifier hit. So again, using that mainly for the katana and in peril. And it looks like he should also get a 150 dark Magnus, which is nice. And then in the shift, same things essentially. And he also gets flat attack and upgraded limit. So his upgraded shifted limit is going to go to 30% katana and peril, which means if you don't need the dark resist, you don't need to do the base just for the weapon and peril. And then 280x modifier, 150 stack, so 430 stack the limit burst. And he can use Titus's garb, which means in the first 5 turns we can boost that to 530. And technically he can use Titus's spirit, so we can technically get up to 560 because he doesn't have a add modifier in his kit. So pretty nice boost there for him. That's pretty much all we have for the week. So I am pulling for Yuffie. I've been waiting for her. I've been saving up tickets, and we still can't use multiple tickets on actual banners. So that's going to be a fun pull video because I have like 300 tickets waiting for her. But everybody that decides to pull, good luck to you. We're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.